Hey guys, welcome back to Grogu Gaga. After a hiatus, we are back. We're going to be discussing the Book of Boba Fett, chapters 2 through 5, because we missed a couple weeks for various reasons. I got sick for a week or two, and then we couldn't get our schedules to align and stuff like that. But we're here to talk about those episodes as well as the latest episode, Chapter 5 of The Mandalorian. Boba Fett.
And the Mandalorian.
You see right there, yeah. I actually said that, so I was with my girlfriend before she watched the episode, and I accidentally said, I was like, you want to watch the latest episode of The Mandalorian? Book of Boba Fett? She didn't catch it, though. But it was a legitimate, slip up. So, what do y'all think of the series so far? Chapter 2, I know, Chip, you liked that one a lot.
I did.
I like that one, too. That was the whole Tuscan-centric episode. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of miss the Tuscan Raiders now.
Yeah, now that they're all slaughtered like animals.
Yeah.
And not just the men, but the women and the children.
And the banthas, too.
The banthas ride like a bantha. So many things we could be talking about if we had kept up, but yes. So teaching them how to ride was pretty cool. Yeah. Boba Fett. Ride like a bantha. So that was a cool one. And plus seeing I liked when he was at the tree.
You mean the Vision Quest?
Yeah, that was episode 2, right?
It was a trip, man. That was crazy.
Yeah, that on top of how it became the watery Camino planet.
Yeah,
that was cool. Cool visuals. Really liked. I thought that was a good episode. I kept hoping that there'd be some Crimson Dawn stuff, but every time,
fingers crossed.
But I think we liked that one. What'd you think, Cam?
I definitely liked it. Episode 2, right?
Yeah, we're on episode 2, chapter 2, whatever you want to call it.
Right?
Yeah. Kind of. We saw a little bit. We saw young Boba a little bit.
Yeah,
every episode except
episode 1.5.
Yeah. So I like that one.
And that was before the biker gang showed up, right?
Yeah, so that was chapter 3. So that's chapter 3. We can talk about chapter 3, which, I didn't really like. So I'm just going to say it straight up. But, my issues with the show aren't with Boba Fett. It's just...
my issue is he's not in it.
Well, exactly. I like his characterization, but it's kind of he's he's pushed aside in his own show. And so that's kind of a bummer. But hey, we got some pets over here joining us.
All the pets.
And the dog's name is Kanan, by the way. Named after
Kanan
Caleb Doom.
Kanan Jarrus, Jedi Knight.
And in chapter 3, that was not my favorite. And the slow speed chase, we were talking about Robert Rodriguez, and I like his stuff, but after seeing 1 and 3, which he directed, I'm thinking he's not filling Star Wars.
Rodriguez up to 1,000. I think was the problem,
which is really weird because it should not be that for Star Wars, which should be more of a high budget type feel and fast paced.
It literally looked like Spy Kids.
It did, and the shots were very. I've seen those same shots when they were on the speeders. But they had Thundercat in it, the bass player, or was that chapter 3 or chapter 4? That was chapter 4.
Yeah, 4.
So really nothing redeeming for me in that episode.
And also, particularly I don't like the cyberpunk look.
I'm
not a huge fan of that. I just never have been. I don't know why.
I would have been fine with it in the Underworlds of Coruscant or something, but on Tatooine
it would look good on 1313.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And Tatooine, it just totally is so out of nowhere, that color scheme. I'm just like, what's going on? So,
I know
it's jarring. Is what
it's a big galaxy. And jarring over here with the puns. Yeah, it's I thought. I don't know. I don't have much to say. Didn't really care for that episode.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of cool stuff that they could do with body mods and stuff like that. A little bit later, we find out Fennec Shand.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a cool.
That's cool.
A cool little connection there.
But I don't. Yeah, I also kind of am not crazy about the biker gang of modded young folk.
Yeah, I don't know. Just
biggest deal was the Rancor.
Oh yeah. That was episode 3, chapter 3.
Danny Trejo.
Yeah,
Machete.
Had to bring him. Kanan. he wants his
What you got to say, boy?
What you
Good points. Good points. I agree.
Yeah.
Come
Totally
here.
He's
agree,
right.
totally agree.
That's what I have to say about the episode.
Maybe we should give some context to the viewers.
Yeah, he is a big
dog
Machete
is-
fan.
What just happened?
Yeah. The dog is Kanan's over here speaking into the mic. So yeah, not my favorite. Probably give that like a 5 out of 10.
I think we're sit down, bud.
Hey, bud.
Rancor cool. Chrysanthemum cool.
Oh yeah,
He was cool. Yeah, he kind of destroyed Boba.
He did destroy Boba. Of course, Boba was in his Polynesian
He was in his
spa.
spa. He was Polynesian spa.
He was resting in his
Try
spa.
something new. And he was, he wasn't prepared. So I'll give him that. And didn't have any armor or anything.
Yeah,
so
no way.
He,
He was
so he
really-
did pretty good. Plus, he's still recovering from his injuries. So
He looked like the greased up deaf guy from Family Guy.
or the
You'll never get me.
on It's Always Sunny when what's his face, Danny DeVito comes out of the
He comes out of the
yeah,
couch.
couch.
It's the Christmas episode.
oh yeah.
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 Plus, like something that Boba has been doing is like recruiting, and that's kind of it feels like a little bit of a video game thing to me. You know, like getting
Well, you know, the
allies.
Mandalorian. That was
Yeah,
the whole
Mandalorian
point.
definitely felt like
Yeah.
He unlocks gear.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, every episode he unlocks a new piece of armor, which is really cool. I like that setup, honestly.
Yeah.
So it was kind of the fact that he's made these allies that like saved him from Chrysanthemum or whatever his name is.
Black Chrysanthemum.
People
He's been got
mispronounce
black.
that all the time. All these YouTubers are like Chrysanthemum or something like that. I'm like, she literally said it. Finnick said it.
She did say
Yeah,
it,
she
Chrysanthemum.
did.
Sorry, that's just me being nitpicky, but you know.
But you know. Chip
He was a
Piggy.
cool character too, and I love that they're drawing from the comics so heavily.
Yeah, it was a perfect matchup, and kind of makes me think we're gonna get some more stuff from the comic books.
And how expressive is Chrysanthemum compared to Chewie? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like he looks totally more like real than Chewie. But I guess they couldn't mess with the original model that was done in '77 too much. 'cause-
true.
Yeah.
But so he's totally new, but his eyes and his eyebrows are so
Oh, I
telling.
know. He's
It's so
scary.
cool.
He's scary.
He is scary, dude.
Yeah, just rip that
ripping the
guy's
arm
arm
off.
off.
Which you know was a deleted scene in Force Awakens.
Yeah, Unkar
he deleted Unkar Plutt's or deleted.
He deleted his arm.
He did. He pulled it off, ripped it
Put it in
out,
the trash bin.
just like in the New Hope's reference.
Mm-hmm.
But they deleted that. So this is the first time we're seeing it.
It's
I
okay.
guess
Trandoshan's
officially.
arms go back, so.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I saw
That's
that
true.
too.
Yeah. So you don't have to feel too bad.
I know.
It's
she
not
was
so violent.
It's not gonna,
That's
pretty
how
violent,
that's
though.
how kids. That's how kids
for a
can
Disney
deal with
for a
it.
Disney show. I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was all. Was that all chapter 3? Or was that chapter
The
4?
Rancor, Machete, the Hutt's just leaving out of nowhere.
So chapter 4 was what happened in chapter 4?
Slave One.
Slave One. Oh yeah,
Oh, going
Sorry,
into the
sorry. Not
Rancor.
Slave One. Fire
Yeah.
spray.
yeah. The fire spray. Well, he did say my fire spray ship or something. So
He did. It's the same thing as the Razor Crest. It's
right.
It's
yeah,
like
it's the model,
it's the model, not the make.
which is fine. I don't care. Not a big deal to me. But yeah, I feel like some of the flashbacks are just kind of, other than the Tuscan stuff, is just kind of like spent too much on it.
It took
Like with
over
knowing,
half the season.
Yeah, like knowing what's going to happen.
Right.
Like we know exactly what happened. I think it just would have been better suited to have been like more of a Kanan's over here. Kanan. I think it just would have been more better suited to be just shorter flashbacks.
Right.
And I don't know, it was dragged out. Like, I mean, it's not even like
And how would we hear the ba-da-ba-dum, ba-da-ba-dum? We would never hear that because it's only the flashbacks.
Yeah.
Such a cool piece of music.
It's true.
Um,
And I have no problem with flashbacks or prequels, because like even knowing what happens, is fine. But it's just like him taking the Slave One back from the Sarlacc is like took way too long. It's like, yeah, we know it's
Yeah.
okay. That was my opinion. And then the present day stuff is kind of, I don't know. My main issue with the show is just that it's uneven. It doesn't really. It's very uneven. It doesn't know what it wants to do. I feel like.
The flashback though with Finnick was good. They were good. I like stealing it together. She was very cool. Her action sequences are like on point.
I liked episode 4 better than episode 3.
I like it a lot better.
I didn't like it as much as episode 2.
And I'm really glad they weren't going to go the Disney route with the Nikto gang, the speeders. He just literally, like a shark, came up behind him and just blasted him.
That was nice.
That was so
yeah.
cool. Like I was like, waiting, like he's changed or whatever. He's not going to do that. But then he went straight for him. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Unexpected. And then remember last time I talked about Slave One was the Mandalorian, how it looked like a shark in Jaws.
Yeah.
With the Sarlacc pit, that part, it looked very reminiscent of like a shark hovering over.
yeah.
I've always thought about Slave One as kind of like a shark shaped.
Yeah, I can see that.
A little bit.
That
Which is very
seems
cool. It's
cool.
very fitting for Boba.
Yeah, I like that. So yeah, he's definitely but his characterization, I enjoy. I don't have any issue with that. I mean, if you're going by the movies, which most people are, he had no character.
Right.
Chips loves him because of the old EU, where he has like a story and stuff.
And every single time except for like when he fell in the Sarlacc pit, everything he does is pretty cool. And then becomes a bumbling idiot that fell into the Sarlacc pit. So people are like, "Oh, he's overrated" or whatever. But everything he did in the movies, he had such an air of mystery.
It's true.
That's why people like him. That's why he was so like cool. Is because he was doing that. Like even like Darth Vader, like he went up in the chamber. He went to shoot Chewie, and then Darth Vader had to tell him no.
Yeah,
he's just that. He's that.
He's
that cool. But yeah, the EU definitely expanded on that. But this is totally a different Boba than the EU. It's just I love that.
Yeah.
I love both. It's kind of like Luke, but good.
Tim Morrison said he like tried to get like when John Favreau wasn't on the set, he tried to suggest like him having less lines. What do y'all feel about that? Do you feel
Boba having less lines?
Yeah, like speaking
No,
less.
he's reborn. He's a new man.
Yeah.
And he wants to lead. He wants to be a leader. He has to talk a lot.
Plus, like Din has filled a lot of that like quiet cowboy.
I was about to say he does
It's
not
true.
even speak really either. So
Yeah.
you can have two just like stoic Mandalorians. You know what I mean? Like since they're definitely going to meet too, that'd be boring.
I definitely do want more helmet time though. I mean,
From
I like
Boba.
helmet time with Boba. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
But I like seeing Tamara's his faces when he's getting angry and stuff. Those are great.
Taking it straight from a Maori tradition. You know, he's a Pacific Islander, the Maoris.
Yeah.
A lot of his stuff is based off of that, like the.
If you're hearing
dance
Chip's volume go down, it's because he keeps backing away from the dog.
Yeah, Kanan is in between him and the mic.
He's not.
That's okay. Kanan, buddy.
Down. Hostage. Hey, get down.
I made it sound worse than it was. He was just giving me some hugs.
So, what else happened in episode 4? We just found out it was the Pikes, basically, right? Like what the Pikes were doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like anything.
Pikes. Their face.
Oh yeah, what do you think about their face?
Goofy.
It's not like.
Not scary.
I don't like it. I don't like
like
it because the Clone Wars was.
They always
cool.
had they did even when they didn't have the mask in the Clone Wars, it looked scary.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why they changed that.
Looks like it's like Finding Nemo. Looks like
Yeah.
it's like so weird, like so weirdly cartoonish almost.
Yeah.
Who's the voice actor that does that Pike? By the way, he's done a few in the show so far. I think the African American guy. He's done a few voices for Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. Can't think of his name.
Either way, I think the voice acting that aren't with the aliens is pretty good here. But I like episode 4. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Seeing Slave One is really
yeah,
the best part.
yeah. I don't know. I'm okay with the show. It's fine. But I don't know. Unless you have anything else to say about that, we can move on to chapter 5. Which,
I think I've been pretty eager to.
Yeah, which I text the guys. I'm like, "This is the best episode," and Chip was like, "This is the worst episode of the Book of Boba Fett." Yeah. I'm like, "Okay, you have a point."
Yeah.
As far as Boba Fett, I admit that like I was bummed that Boba Fett didn't really show up. Like I thought he would show up in the second half of the episode at least. So it does bum me out that what I consider, and a lot of people consider to be the best episode, doesn't even have the main character in it. So it kind of makes me sad.
Yeah,
that's really my only criticism.
I'm not ripping on it. I think Sean, he didn't take it that way, but
no,
I like it as a standalone. Is what I'm saying. Like, or the first episode of
Mandalorian season 3.
That would have been perfect, but
Yeah.
it took away a whole thing of screen time from Boba.
Yeah,
and
I know,
his
and
namesake.
we only get 7 episodes. So
Yeah.
that is kind of weird.
Well, I hope the next 2 are just gonna be like slam packed.
I feel like I feel like the next 2 are going to be them. Like they're going to be together a lot.
Yeah.
But it was good to see Din walk through those. So cool.
Yeah,
it was like seeing an old friend again. I was like,
it's so weird. Like when you watching the Mandalorian, then Boba shows up in his armor. It's like the same feeling, except now on Boba show, it's Din showing up, which is it's kind of cool. I think it's cool
poetry.
that
It rhymes.
It's poetry. I like that they kind of have made such a new character so iconic to where like this character that's been out for like 2 or 3 years is now like gets people as hyped as like
Grogu.
an old character.
Yeah.
And Grogu, yeah. And Grogu.
I've been thinking that maybe they should have started with the Book of Boba Fett. I mean,
Almost, yeah.
because it feels like Din is overshadowing Boba.
I know. That's which I don't like that, but but at the same time, I'm going to enjoy what they give us.
Yeah.
And what they gave us was an episode of The Mandalorian. And I'm happy to have that.
And as much as that is true, nothing's going to change my mind about Boba being my favorite. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's always, if he gets less screen time, it's fine. But he will always be my favorite just because childhood nostalgia really kicks in pretty hard sometimes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm wrestling a dog.
No, I understand.
Got me chokehold.
I mean, Boba's still cool to me. Like, I just think he needs more screen time, and like, everybody else doesn't
I'm
need to be
wondering if he'll
doing
get
everything.
more screen time in the upcoming shows too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it might not be like.
I don't think there's going to be a Boba Fett second season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it's going to go into the Mandoverse is what they're calling it now. So
Yeah, or the Filoniverse.
I like that too. Yeah,
Yeah. Which is funny because he has not a lot to do. I mean, he does. He's overseeing it, but it's not as much as they like to give credit for. But
Right.
but I think it's, you know, I think he's going to show up in future shows, like whatever. Like he'll be in season 3 of Mandalorian
Sure.
and Rangers if they ever get that show or whatever going forward.
I was teased.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. At the end of the episode.
I think that one guy that's is he Asian?
Yeah.
That guy. I think he's going to be one of the Rangers. All right, has that been
Could be
rumored or anything like that?
I don't know.
They seem to be
There's
like
very little about that show, so
kind
I
of
don't
connected
know.
pretty hard. So yeah, exactly. So
But the other X-wing fighter was the guy that played Luke.
I know that was cool.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
That was really neat.
Good
So
for him.
I knew. I
if he
saw
was
it.
on- you know,
I
if he was
saw
on
it.
set.
Yeah, I know he was already on set, so I don't know. We'll get there because that's my favorite stuff.
Okay.
You know,
Okay,
you
we'll,
know.
we'll get to the fun stuff. Let's
But
nitpick first, I guess.
I saw the guy and I didn't know it was him until later. But I was like, he looks like Mark Hamill's son. Like, so
Cool.
that's kind of cool. That actually was the same guy. So obviously the episode started out with that cool scene of the butcher shop, wherever that was.
Rocky training sequence.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Punching meat.
yeah. And
Slicing some meat.
Slicing and dicing.
you know, we see him in the silhouette of him and all that, but and
The
then
music.
the music, which is already iconic, it's great. And of course, the moment where I was like, oh yeah, was the Darksaber, of course, because I forgot that he had it.
Oh, I was looking for it. I was like, I think I see it. I think
I'm
it's
glad
on
you
it.
did.
Yeah.
I didn't even
So
I was just like, oh, Din's in the show, cool.
Because I was like, does he still have it?
I'm just so glad that that's not resolved yet. So it's clearly going to get resolved in its own show,
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Possibly the in-game event that they're talking about.
Yeah,
That's going to be the chase for
the
the
movie,
Darksaber,
the
I
big
believe.
movie,
Yeah.
that would be cool.
Yeah.
Or against the Grisk. Those are my two choices.
Yeah,
But the Darksaber, like another Mandalore orc. I think Mandalore itself, it's kind of overdone. The actual planet.
do you think?
It's in so much.
But not live action.
Not live action. Only Sundari, the capital, this is the first time.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That was so
With the
horrifying.
with
Nukes.
the-
They were
with-
getting nuked.
with the
Yeah.
Terminator.
The K2s.
K2 Terminators.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that was so good. That visual was like so neat.
It was like haunting and beautiful
yes.
at
Yeah,
the same time.
Animals love me.
Yeah, they do.
you get rid of one and one comes over here. Oh,
I'm a cat person. I promise.
you're a human. You're not a cat person. I'm a human being, and my name is Anakin.
My name is Anakin.
I'm a person, and my
Not a
name is
slave.
Anakin. So speaking of episode 1,
Oh, yeah. yeah.
who,
Oh God, yeah.
think about
so-
all the parallels there.
Thank God for Bryce Dallas Howard, I guess.
I know, she was really
Goodness
good.
gracious.
Everyone, like even the first season where people like didn't necessarily love the episode, she like still the directing perfect. And season 2, of course, was the Bo-Katan episode,
Oh, yeah.
and then season 3 was this one, which I just thought was great, and so I'm happy. She needs her own movie, I would say. Get her over Wonder Woman director. What's her name? Patty Jenkins.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, she's like Bryce Dallas Howard has the record now.
I mean, she has the
3.
pedigree for sure.
Yeah, yeah, and she's got the
You know.
connection. You know, she grew up on it with.
She grew up on a.
Of course, her dad directed Solo,
Yes.
Ron Howard. So love that.
Saved Solo, I would say.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I loved, just everything about this episode. Seeing the N1 Starfighter.
That was my favorite. Going through Beggar's Canyon, the Boonta
Yeah,
Eve,
that was-
Boonta Eve classic.
That was
place.
straight fan service, but I don't care.
That was so cool.
It was like the
N1
same shots.
The
too.
N1 is my favorite Starfighter.
Me too. I would
Really?
say, yeah.
It's my favorite Starfighter.
I don't know why.
I don't know why. It reminds me of like I can't even describe it. It's so sleek. I love it, and it's kind of in the shape of the Jedi and Republic symbol, which is cool. There's a lot going on with it. I don't particularly care for the yellow, but I'm glad his is gray. Or
I was watching.
Yeah.
I was like, I wish there was a little more yellow on it.
Really?
Yeah,
that was cool for the era, but I think to reflect his armor, I think that's what he's.
Yeah,
going
I
for,
get
something
it.
Different.
And
I was really hoping it was. Yeah, you go ahead.
Just to like kind of honor the Razor Crest. And,
Right, exactly. And his armor and they match. It's cool. And I was expecting it to be Anakin's that he rode.
I almost thought that too.
Arbesh doesn't check out.
Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't because they already did that with Cobb Vanth having part of Anakin's pod racer.
Yeah.
That would have been a little too much. But then again, I don't care. It's Star Wars. Like, that silly stuff happens. Silly stuff. And I thought it was really cool seeing the N1 and the X-Wings together. It was like, combining
That's
the two.
definitely on purpose.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Bridging the gap, man. I love it. I love when that happens.
Yeah, there's obviously a ton of prequel references, but they even reference the Father Years in the sequel.
They sure did.
And so, for better or for worse, whether you like them or not, they referenced the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy, and the sequel trilogy, all in one episode. And I really appreciated that. That's why I love the comics, right? The current comics right now, where they are doing such a good job of bringing characters from all the eras with Slymore and Ochi and Crimson Dawn
and Padme's Handmaiden.
Yep, Sabe
Sabe.
and who else? A ton of people. Kira, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate that. And I hear we'll get more sequel references in the next 2 episodes from somebody leaked that who's apparently reputable, and also, I think it's pretty good guess that next episode they're going to meet up with Grogu. It could be one of those things where they get sidetracked, and then episode 7 is where it happens.
He says little friend, but I expect him to go, my little green friend.
Little green friend.
Stay Yoda.
So, so that's happening. And, if we're going to see Grogu, we're going to see Luke.
Yeah. So, hey,
and if What's-His-Face was on the set, that kind of makes sense.
I want to know what this weird. So Grogu's just got a foster parent now. Apparently,
yeah,
it's crazy how much is going on. I would love to see Luke. I wonder if he's going to be on or what planet or whatever. I'm excited. Whatever it is going to be cool.
Somebody said that he might come back to Tatooine, like his home planet, to help whatever's going on.
Yeah,
but
that would be nuts.
But I'm honestly tired of Tatooine at this point. I never thought I'd say that. I wasn't one of those people who said that, but now I am after this show. Like, that's why I really like this episode, because it took us off.
And it didn't help that Jakku is also a desert planet.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oversaturation of this era. This Disney era of Star Wars is
no more desert planets.
I hate sand.
Yeah, I get it. I get it, Anakin. I feel you.
I know, seriously.
And Din could use some training with that
Darksaber.
Yeah. Oh, get Luke.
Think about that.
Get Luke
that
to train him. He'd be like,
let me Kanan and Sabine.
Yeah.
It's like very parallel to that.
It's like when the kids at school need their parent to come for like moral support, and they get Din to come in, like the parent teacher, like the chaperone.
Yeah.
I'll sign up for the trip for Grogu.
Parents.
That would be cool.
Day
and so, and then I still want, which has been rumored, and I don't know. Again, we talked about it. I don't know how true it is, but them like going to Maz Kanata's castle. And then that's where they find Luke and Grogu. And then, of course, Han is with them. And then Ben Solo, baby Ben, 5-year-old Ben.
Oh, boy. That's a lot.
That is a lot. And it's probably a pipe dream, but I don't care. I'm going to dream. I'm not going to get my hope. I'm not going to expect it. But if it does happen, that's going to be great. Especially, and I can't think of a more appropriate sequel reference than that, at least at this moment.
Oh, yeah. I would love that.
Both Maz and baby Ben. Baby boy.
Yeah, because one of my
evil.
biggest questions about Maz was like, how does she know them? Like, what happened with her? And
that's why I want to know.
Have the lightsaber?
Yeah, why Han? Yeah, will we ever get that answered? Probably not. It's a good question for another time. A long way. We'll get it one day, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Maybe in the show. Who knows? But they'll show Luke. Well, no, he doesn't know where it is. I don't know. Anyway, even just seeing Maz would be like, to see that they have this connection with Han would be cool. And then Boba meeting up with Han and Luke, just seeing how they interact would be amazing.
Oh my gosh,
like the tension Probably have like a shootout. I can imagine Han having like a shootout like he did with Vader and Empire Strikes Back with Boba, except like, Din or whoever's like, wait. He's
That'd
good.
be cool.
I don't know, something like that.
An arbiter.
So, I mean, as far as like the story, what do we think? Is it just going to be a showdown with the Pikes, or do you think it'll be something bigger?
That's all they can do, I think, in the span we have now, the time frame.
Probably.
Can't do
Yeah,
anything.
they haven't even really teased like someone behind the scenes or anything.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like a Pike war.
I mean, it's got to be. Obviously, there's going to be something bigger, but there's always bigger fish.
I'm almost positive it's going to be Crimson Dawn.
I mean, that makes the most sense, and I feel like they've hinted at it with some of the music, and the Pikes have a Crimson Dawn connection, I believe. So yeah, I don't know. It's only 2 episodes left, which is crazy. So I don't know. They could go anywhere with that. But as long as it's fun, well, the last 2 episodes need to be fun. Can't have any more slow burns.
No. I'm all burnt out.
Slow burned out.
Yeah.
Like Casey Musgraves.
Oh,
Slow burn.
Yeah.
Good song, by the way.
That's a great song. It's Casey Musgraves.
Casey Musgraves.
Hey, man. Great album. She's
Grammy
coming to Atlanta
Award
very
winner.
soon.
Yeah, might go.
Might go.
I
I will. Too
haven't
expensive.
looked at tickets. Oh, you did?
How
My
soon?
sister's going.
She's coming like next week or something.
Oh, wow.
I saw her before she won her, or after she won her Grammy, but
Right around that time.
we got the tickets before, then she won her Grammy, and the ticket prices skyrocketed.
Yeah, of course.
So,
Yeah.
so it was cool. I've seen her, and that's I'll probably see her again, but she's
Not in the
she's a
same
Grammy winner
intimate-
now, so she's gonna be charging like a Grammy winner.
Yeah.
But anyway, off topic.
Yeah, so I wish there was more to the show, like just more episodes now, because I feel like it's finally getting to. I don't know. I just feel like they could have condensed the first 3 or 4 episodes into 2, and then like had a little bit more like spaced out, because it seems like it's all like going to be 2 episodes of craziness, which is fine. Now I'm excited about but it's like, So I'm just looking at some points from the story. See if I'm missing anything. Yeah, the whole pod race, and of course, Mando saying "wizard," right?
Wizard.
Yeah,
That was
I
cool.
mentioned
Wizard,
that.
Yeah, I can just see Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau just smiling at that, because there's the clip.
Zeb.
There is a clip.
That's Wizard.
There's a clip of them behind the scenes talking about, or Dave's like, he could say spinning. That's a good trick.
Oh,
and they laugh at each other, which is great.
Yeah. We didn't talk about the General Grievous spot, chef.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't really want to talk about that.
Fool! I've been trained in your culinary arts by Chef Dooku.
I don't know. That was episode 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was 4?
Yeah. They were getting slave one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Chef,
What? I didn't
Chef
like that.
Dooku.
I mean, it's kind of funny. I thought I was just like, wow, this is. I don't know.
It was a lot.
It was silly.
It was
for
a lot.
Star
There's that
Wars,
silly
but,
chase scene.
But
I
move past it. You like what you like.
I like
If you
that
don't
little
it, move
droid.
on.
It's been in Clone Wars. The one
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of little droids, I was excited to see a BD droid.
Mm-hmm.
In
Thank
5.
you. Yes, BD. Yeah, Cal Kestis. That's cool. They're really bringing in video games now, which is cool, because that was an original video game thing.
So they got a video game reference. Yeah, they got references from all the eras.
That's the one thing that I'm really loving the most about this show is the connectivity about it. Like it's all
think it's
one
gonna be-
universe. Like they were trying to do. I don't think it feels small. Some people are complaining about it.
Oh.
Might feeling small.
I mean, I think it is a kind of a build-up thing, like with
Yeah.
the shows, and they're
Like,
going
but
to
it's a huge galaxy. Why are we only telling the same stories as the same characters? Because these are characters that people love, and
Yeah.
I mean,
Plus, there are plenty of new
it's
characters. I
fantasy.
mean, people are upset that Din's in the show, but even he's not even like fan service at this point. It's only he's only 2 years old. I mean, his character. But this is Tim's easiest paycheck because he got the title, the credits, and the title of the end credits, but he didn't have a scene in the show. So that episode was long. And so is it both the Rodriguez episodes are the short ones, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so that's probably
1
not
and
a
3.
coincidence. Well, the remaining episodes are Dave Filoni, and I think Robert Rodriguez. So
He's doing the finale.
I think he's doing the finale.
Yeah.
I wish they would switch it, but
So we'll see some Rancor riding.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool. But they always say the penultimate episode is the best one. It's the case for Breaking Bad. It's the case for most of Game of Thrones seasons.
I kind of felt the same way about Bad Batch. Bad Batch.
Yes,
Yeah.
that too. The penultimate
doesn't-
episode is the most important because it sets up to a closing off. Like you have to. That's the most tension building of any of the episodes. So usually the biggest stuff would happen in that episode.
What if Ahsoka came back? Could she?
She could. I mean,
'Cause honestly,
She's connected to the Pikes.
right. She's connected to everything.
how's she connected to the Pikes?
From the last season of the Rebels. She when she was with the sisters.
The Fartez sisters, yeah.
Yeah. they were like in trouble with the Pikes.
That's right. Okay, that's right. You're right. Sorry, I forgot about those episodes.
Yeah, but that'd be too much. I don't really want all that in there. Let's keep it kind of tame. Ooh, someone just walked in. Let's see. Yeah.
Welcome home.
Night of 1,000 Tears.
Okay, yeah,
Good scene.
that scene was good. I like that.
Yeah.
Much needed.
Yeah, just the
Much needed.
it was like the whole budget for the show was on this episode. Like
a lot of
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it really was.
With the disc world.
yeah,
So
the Halo ring or whatever.
Oh.
I didn't pick up on that until later. I was like, oh yeah, that's what it's like.
Yeah, that was cool. I like that. It's also could be Rigo Vinda from the Clone Wars. That's the one that the Jedi Master got shot by the clone.
I think they said what it
Tup.
was, but I don't remember.
Did they?
But I don't remember what they said it was. I think it's in the credits, but I don't know because I don't.
That could
remember
be
what
true.
it was.
That was just a wild guess because Ringo Vinda is kind of the same thing. But
Oh, how about Grogu's little armor being in the shape of Grogu's
neat.
head
Oh, it's so cute.
on the shuttle?
And he's definitely getting some like Beskar chainmail.
I would say
Yeah.
it's a mithril vest.
Yeah,
Yep.
Seriously, it's really like Frodo's vest.
he really wants to protect him.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
he
be
does.
so cute. I can't stand it. And he's gonna hang out in the little droid pod in the N1.
Yeah,
of course.
definitely. That's definitely made for him. As far as like the armor and stuff, like it's funny how they're like talking about how cult like Bo-Katan and her thing is, but they're like crazy. Like
If Vizsle's attached to the name, you need to know it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
I feel like Vizsla's never been a good name to have.
yeah,
From Tar Vizsla to Prey Vizsla, all the way down to what is this one called?
pause
Vizsla.
Pause
Yeah,
Vizsla.
yeah. They're all antagonists. I think
That's
the armor is
right.
going to be an antagonist in the next.
Oh, I
Mando
think
series.
so. I don't get good vibes from her at all.
Yeah.
Like she's not.
She was very ominous in this episode.
She was, and so was he.
It's almost like she's
cool.
not even like she's just so sticks to her creed.
Yeah, it's like
it's
way too bound by
Like it's not
tradition.
even like that it's not even like she's good or bad. She's just doing what
Right.
she's
amoral. Not
Yeah, exactly.
Immoral, but
Right.
amoral.
And they keep like pushing Din's distance from all of that tradition. So I think he's gonna have to like confront her.
Have you
because
taken
of
your
that.
helmet off? I love the pause. I was like nervous, even though like I knew he had and knew everything. Kanan the dog.
Sorry, this is gonna be so difficult to edit.
No, I'm not even probably not gonna edit it. It's part of the charm,
You're-
guys. Right? We'll take a picture.
That's what they say. Sometimes it's nice. Like when you listen to a studio album, it's nice to have the little sounds in the studio.
Right. This is a
You know?
live album.
You're in the room with us.
You're in the room with us. Exactly.
In
Hi, how are you?
in
Good to see
Canaan.
you. Oh, good. No, how was your day? Okay. Do some ASMR.
Let's see if there's anything.
Checking in on you guys.
It was kind of cool that she was fighting him like with her armorer's
Yeah.
tools,
Yeah.
whatever you call those.
It's
Yeah.
like Shadow of War.
Yeah,
Kind of surprised they got rid of the Beskar spear.
yeah.
So
I was gonna
quickly.
ask if y'all were sad about that,
I was. I kind of wanted to see it.
and that kind of like
I was hoping it was
supports.
going to be Phasma. She has a silver spear.
That's true.
It
Yeah,
is. But
that
not anymore.
supports you
Phasma
saying
could
though
show
that
up
she's like
eventually in one of these shows.
that supports you saying that she's so bound to tradition though that
Yeah.
she's like, this is bad because our armor's made out of this and it can
Right.
pierce the armor, so
Yeah.
we should
I guess
make
that makes
armor
sense.
out of it.
Yeah.
Another
Exactly.
Sabine connection.
Yeah.
Sabine, because she created that weapon that can only target Mandalorians, remember?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Which I think that is just a microcosm of the Mandalorians eating each other up
Yeah.
for their history, which is why, the Duchess wanted peace. So Mandalorians stopped tearing each other apart. Very reminiscent of like the Sith Empire, the rule of two.
oh yeah.
And, Mandalorians have always been identified with the Sith.
Yeah. I'm excited
And
to
if they're
see.
doing Old Republic stuff,
I was going to say the Darksaber with his suit looks so cool.
Yeah.
Like it was just
yeah.
so like it's perfect. I don't want to see anybody else with it, but
I don't.
I don't think he's going to end up with it.
No, I think he is. I've
was
never
almost thinking Boba
so
would,
much thought that like he's gonna be the Mandalore than this episode because
Yeah.
I mean the show's called The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
He is the one.
Because now
a
I'm-
Mandalorian.
I want him to be it. I mean, like he just looks good with it, and like watching his character growth too. Like it should be him.
Plus, like the fact that he's reluctant to wield it and like be that, I think means he's just gonna do it.
Right.
So it's gonna be forced upon him.
So you said Boba. You think Boba might end up with it?
Well, I know. Didn't
Like,
he end
like
up?
a Mjolnir, like Thor's hammer type deal? Why he can't swing it? Like because he doesn't have the right whatever, and so Boba might have it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was saying.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think he likes the bend, just has to like learn how to wield it.
Yeah, I think he will.
But I do like because Boba is the Mandalore in the EU.
Yeah, that's why I was.
But does he ever have the darksaber?
No. All that stuff is kind of before.
Somebody pointed out that how he wants to rule with respect, and how he could. And this could be a way for him to do it in a bigger way.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd be cool with either. But I just think Din looks cool.
Yeah, he really
with that
does.
suit. And of course, we got Pele, our favorite. a little over the top,
yeah.
but I'm almost
Limit
I'm at the point now where I'm like, I'm fine with it. I'm like, I just accept it for what it is.
I just can't.
Yeah,
I
she's
can't-
not for us. She's for someone else, and I don't know who, but
Definitely
Yeah.
not for me. I can tell you that
Yeah.
for sure. Just like
Yeah.
anime. Just
very,
not for me.
very furry. They're very furry.
yeah, she
She
had,
with the weird lip noise. I was like, tongue noise. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
she had to say furry like 3 times too. I was so uncomfortable.
It's-
What?
I
She
was
said
so
furry
uncomfortable.
3
She said
times.
it over and over and over again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like a ew, gross. That was a gross
could've-
comment she made.
I think they
It's
could have
like,
toned
it's
that.
like Luke drinking titty milk. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, they did with Chewie and Maz, so there's
It's a
precedent
different.
there.
It's a galaxy far, far away.
I'm fine. Is
I-
whatever.
yeah, it's just
Who are we to judge?
Maybe gender and species roles haven't been defined. You know, they're past that. They're past that. They're postmodern.
Yeah, very much so.
Past all that. So
So is
anatomically,
so
I
is
don't know how that
Lando.
would work, but that's fine.
Lando with L2.
Oh, that
or
is
L1.
yeah. That's
What's her name?
a whole nother level.
L3?
Leet.
L3.
L33T.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Yeah. So
Wait,
yeah,
what's up with that?
I was just saying. I think we're
Are
kind
you
of
actually asking?
Yeah,
past
Lando and his ship.
because he talks about
Lando and his droid.
well the droid originally that
Mhm.
became the Falcon. How I don't remember what she says. She's like, "How does that work?" And she's like, "It works.
Oh yeah.
It works.
It works.
Oh, it works."
Weird. Oh man.
Somebody said this is the book without Boba Fett.
It totally was.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I really wish he was in it, just so people can't be like, "Oh man, the best episode of the show didn't even have him in it."
Well, yeah, and I think we're going to get episodes that are better after this.
Yeah,
but
I think so,
So
too.
far, it was my favorite.
I saw a meme where it was just Han Solo and it was the subtitle like Boba Fett, where? Like, not in this episode.
Where? Not in this one. I mean, I think the next two episodes are gonna be really good. I hope, and I swear, if the finale is 30 minutes again, it would be like,
Get out of here.
Yeah.
you're done, Robert. Even though I appreciate him, I think he's got an interesting way of looking at filmmaking. But
Yeah,
I
it
just
makes
don't-
it okay to me that like Boba is his favorite. And he's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
he's probably passionate about it. and
Yeah, yeah. It's fine. It's
he's
just-
a big recognizable name, kind of like Bryce.
right. But she should definitely get some more
Yeah,
film roles or film jobs directing. So, and of course they mentioned Grogu, and so I think next episode will show up.
yeah, which I was not expecting before this episode. Like I was even wondering about how much of Grogu we would see
I know.
in season 3.
I know. I honestly thought we wouldn't see Grogu until halfway through season 3, maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm
Because
okay
like
with it.
time should pass, right? Like he can't have like
Right.
learned much by now. But I guess
Right.
we also don't really know.
I think he's just a dad whose kid went away to college and he's sad. He's coming up with an excuse to see him.
yeah, he's an empty nester.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's sweet. I'm excited. Everybody's gonna freak out. I hope people are watching the show. Enough people are watching the show
I know. I
because
saw
they're gonna be like lost if they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that show, Lost.
JJ.
It's JJ, that's right.
I saw an article that said Peacemaker is the most streamed TV show right now, and I was like, oh man, people
Yeah,
are
I knew.
watching the Book of Boba
Yeah,
Fett.
I heard Boba's like doing fine, but like better than Hawkeye, but that's what they were comparing it to was Hawkeye,
Right.
Okay.
which was a good show, but like not. I didn't think the.
I'd be
streaming numbers
curious
were that
how
great.
it compares to The Mandalorian, like season 2 and all that.
Yeah,
I'm not going to give it
Well-
a thumbs up or thumbs down until it finishes, you know?
yeah, and that's the way it should be. But some shows I feel like just work better Like Mandalorian season 2 worked great with every episode being every week because it left you hanging on a cliffhanger, wanting more.
Yeah.
Like virtually every episode except for episode 2 with the frog lady.
The thing about Book of Boba Fett for me, it feels like it should be a movie. They should edit some of the fat, cut the fat, and it could be like a 2-hour movie.
And it's probably what it was going to be originally.
Like they had a Boba Fett, that's right. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Who was that? The Trank?
Yeah.
Boo.
So,
boo. But no, yeah, I really enjoying it because I'm biased. Obviously, I'm biased. Favorite character, but it's good.
I want more.
I know I shouldn't.
I know I shouldn't. My qualms with the show are mainly just from like pacing and some of the decisions as far as like where we're spending time and what we're focusing on. But I still like Boba. I still think he's cool, and I still think he's going to have his big moment in the next few episodes. And I really do think they've been building up to it, but.
Right, because the show's got to be about like his arc and like his character development.
So I do think this is one of the shows that should have. I mean, they'll never do it because it's about getting the money every week. But it should have been. It should have been one like a full season release.
Yeah,
because there's nothing like with Mandalorian season 2. Like everything would have been overshadowed. Like Bo-Katan, Ahsoka would have been overshadowed by Luke. So I'm glad they did that, but. I don't know.
It's like giving us bigger expectations for specifically Book of Boba Fett and the Bad Batch. Like we're just like, we want something every week.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be like a cameo of the week, just like some kind of like nugget.
We got spoiled.
Yeah.
We did.
We did.
Well, we were. It was so good for so long,
and we didn't know.
We didn't even know it. How good it was.
But next. I mean, it's
still good.
This episode was good.
I don't know what I'm talking about. This Boba Fett's a good. It's a Godfather movie. Slow burn Godfather. That's what it is.
I haven't seen the Godfather
That's what they're going
yet,
for. Neither have I. That's what I've heard. No, but I get it. Like it's not completely just. There are action sequences, but it's not in your face. It's a mafia movie. Like seriously, it's a mob movie is what it is basically.
Yeah, it would have been great as a movie. I think. Like you said,
I mean show. Obviously.
No, I know, but somebody's.
Wait, did you mean a trilogy?
No. He's
Hobbit.
I think somebody's probably going to edit this into a movie. I mean, people make fan edits all the time, and I think this would actually work really well.
And you can still, in movies, I've seen this happen, you can still have flashbacks intersplice between the modern day and a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be like it's a lot of movies that do that. So, but either way, slow burns are not for everybody. You know what I mean? It's just how it is. And just like Rise of Skywalker was definitely not for me. You know what I mean? And it was the opposite of a slow burn. It was a fast burn.
Yeah. I would appreciate it more if it were released at once. And I'm fine with slow burns, but it's really slow. But I mean, honestly, I like some of the first 4 episodes. Okay, but just nothing hit me like Mandalorian until the Mandalorian episode.
And the constellation, and me too. And the constellation for that is I know Boba's going to show up in other stuff, and it's going to be cool. He's going to do cool stuff.
Yeah,
he's my favorite character. I don't want him to be the main character, honestly. That's kind of the crux of my issue. Is like you can do all this. You can do all this development that he's doing, but be a side character still too. They do that all the time on shows. You know what I mean? Like they do that. Like so, they should have just been Mandalorian the entire time.
Yeah, and there's a lot of EU books that some of my favorite parts of it are like what Boba's up to with like his granddaughter. And
I think honestly, I think they should have just had one show that's just like that's just exploring the early First Order, end of Empire era, and it's not focused on individual characters that's just like kind of one continuous show that does have episodes of like an anthology series almost, but it's still like advancing one giant story forward. Instead of like if this wasn't called the Book of Boba Fett, maybe the expectations wouldn't be so high if they were able to like include elements of the Mandalorian and whatever they're setting up for the future. And I would prefer that format. Like I don't know why they chose to do all these character shows. I guess maybe that sells better if it's a recognizable name, but I just think it's better when they can just have like a general larger story that's told, in one show. Like even if it's obviously, there'd have to be different directors and stuff for each season because that's what they're doing now because they couldn't fit, everybody filming at the same time. They are filming Mando 3 and Ahsoka. I think Ahsoka's filming in March or February. So that's soon.
They said no. Ahsoka's starting to film, right?
It is filming. Okay, I wasn't sure. I heard different things.
Pushed it up. I guess.
Cool.
So it's starting filming now.
I won't complain about that.
Me either, because that's one of my shows that I want.
And the Acolyte was supposed to film in February.
Is it?
It was. I don't know if it is.
I mean, yeah. But if y'all are bored of talking about Boba Fett, we can talk about the upcoming shows that might be coming up very soon here. Just a brief topic. Like,
yeah. So
the Ahsoka thing.
I did want to talk about like what show you think is next, because I know we've talked about it, but still no sign of Obi-Wan. There's no sign of him, sir. Hey, I should make that a meme. That'd be great.
Yeah.
But do you think they're going to announce the next show immediately after Boba Fett ends, like they did?
I think, sure.
Do you think it'll be Bad Batch
post credit?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I like post credit stuff. I've been spoiled by Marvel, so. But I don't know if they were post credit, they might. I don't know how they would do it. I mean, it could just be like, I don't know. It worked with Spider-Man and Doctor Strange because
it was a whole trailer.
It was like the
I was
same.
about to say Ahsoka and the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. The World Between Worlds is exactly.
Now that they saw how well Spider-Man did, they might be open to that kind of stuff. And I think
get weird.
And
plus, I said it this whole time we're doing the podcast. Get weird.
Yes, me too.
Please.
That's my favorite stuff.
No,
The Last Jedi didn't get weird enough. That was why.
That's true.
That was the thing. Is like people say it was the most like the most abstract and like just like going against the grain Star Wars film,
right?
But I think it could have done way more. So I don't know. I don't know if Bad Batch is going to come out. I hope something is coming out between this and Moon Knight, even if it's Bad Batch, which I didn't love that either. But I think this next season will be better.
That's the problem. That's the problem with Boba and Bad Batch is the first season. It's a setup.
Yeah.
For more stuff, and of course you have to.
And I love season 2 of Mandalorian way more than season 1. So I can.
And that's
try
why
to be patient.
That's why I'm keep saying hindsight is 2020 because you just until you see the completed product, you won't know.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about TV shows. It's not like a movie where you get instant gratification and you can be like, oh, that was a good movie, but because it's immediate, and as time builds up, your opinions might change or whatever.
Yeah,
so
they do.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll wait and see before I give my final opinion.
Before I judge.
But
I did it with the anime. I'll do it with this.
You did.
I sure did.
Anime. Yeah. So Bad Batch is coming out in spring, for sure. That was in the Star Wars Insider, I think. So spring could be March to June. So it'll probably be June.
when is Moon Knight?
That's in March, like the end of March 30th. Like, there's a perfect amount of time for Moon Knight and Obi-Wan.
And so you're wanting something before Moon Knight?
I want at least Bad Batch. Like I definitely want. Like Marvel gets a show every month. Why can't we?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
We deserve it.
Give me more. Give me more.
I've done my waiting. 13 years of it.
Y'all have said a few times that like having Boba show up in all the other shows or for other characters would be awesome, and I agree. But like, how do y'all think he would get off Tatooine, or do you think everyone would just go to Tatooine and have to consult the daimyo?
I think he could. I think it's the same as like Obi-Wan. He can leave the planet and still.
Let Finnick run.
Yeah. Or that might not be where he ends up. Like maybe that's what he wants to do, but he ends up finding something bigger, like being the ruler of Mandalore.
Yeah.
I don't know. He will show up for sure. I don't know what capacity, and if it probably won't be every episode of whatever is coming up, but yeah. So.
Yeah, and we'll just have a brief intermission here while Chip uses the restroom.
Yeah, we got a potty break, but I'm probably not going to end this episode, so y'all just be patient. Yeah, let us know what you thought in the comments, what you think is going to happen, and what you thought of this episode, and all that stuff. Yeah, I was saying Obi-Wan could come out. I really want Obi-Wan just to be like a big surprise thing that comes out right after Boba Fett.
Oh my gosh!
But
perfect.
I don't know that they're gonna do that because it's like Star Wars marketing is bad, but it's not like just straight up like they don't market. It's just kind of like they wait to the last minute to market. So I don't think they would do that. They might drop a trailer at the Super Bowl. I've heard that they have done that. Like for Solo, they did that.
Yeah, I could see them waiting for something like that. So
yeah,
the most amount of people see it,
and then release it on May 4th. Which is kind of seems like I don't want them to do it just because it's May 4th. If it's done, and it probably is, it's been stopped filming a long time ago, like a long time ago last year. And with the volume, it's easy to make the edits. I can't wait to listen back to this episode and see what we hear in the background.
Yeah,
That'd be great. Any of y'all got dogs out there?
Any dogs named after Star Wars characters?
Yeah, let us know, because we got Kanan over here, who's just a bundle of energy.
He's a husky, and so I thought like the wolf imagery was pretty obvious for
That's
Kanan.
a good point. Honestly,
and-
didn't even know. I was just like, okay, cool name. That makes sense.
But I also thought Ahsoka would make a great name for like a female husky.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh,
If you ever get an owl,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know what we're talking about. We're just kind of rambling. But when do you think Obi-Wan's gonna come out?
May 4th. Or no, that's what's going to be announced, I guess.
Oh, I hope it's coming out then. I can't wait till June. Come on,
No,
guys.
even just waiting till May for it to start is a lot.
I mean,
That
I
seems
want
so
it to
far
be.
away.
There's a gap between this and Moon Knight, so something you would think something is going to be in there. I mean, they could put Obi-Wan there and then do Bad Batch on May 4th, but I think it's going to be the other way around, which is a bummer because like I really feel like they need like a show like Obi-Wan right now because Marvel's gotten all their shows and plus Spider-Man. Like I feel like Lucasfilm needs a big thing right now. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't do business. I don't know what's working for them or not.
I know. I'm so curious about like how much money they make from Disney Plus as opposed to like making movies because their production seems similar. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, to make 7 episodes of Boba Fett seems pretty
Although I know
similar.
the volume does decrease the budget a lot, so they're going to do more with less.
Yeah, and it looks real. I mean, like the last episode looked so good. I mean, cinematic quality to me, I didn't see anything in that episode, and honestly, didn't think anything looked bad this season. I mean, some people said the earlier episodes looked cheap, but I didn't think that.
Yeah, I disagree.
Yeah, I didn't really see it. I was just kind of being mesmerized. If you watch the Mandalorian season 1, you can see that they've improved a lot since then.
Yeah, I was doing
Like
that.
watch the first episode and you'll see. I don't know. I guess that's about it for this episode, and hopefully we'll get back together next week. Sans any COVID issues or whatever may come up.
I think we're gonna like see a mythosaur. I think.
Oh yeah.
we've been
I
talking
meant to
about it,
mention that too. Yeah.
Like
Okay.
just all that
right.
Mando hype. I was just like,
Yeah. They
he's
definitely.
gonna go
I mean,
find one.
She talked about it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's definitely gonna probably. Maybe in the last episode, maybe he rides that instead of the Rancor, and there's some kind of I don't know, but he did straight up say he wants to ride the Rancor.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's the mythosaur is like the Taken Back Mandalore. That's like season 3 plot. For
Yeah.
the Mandalorian show.
I hope the next 2 aren't just on Tatooine.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think that's why this partially why it feels so low, like less like I don't know.
I think the next one's gonna be like they go see Grogu and Luke, and like Finnick is like recruiting other people, so they're getting off world a bit, and then I think the finale is gonna be back on.
And they'll come back to Tatooine.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I'm cool
For
with
like a
any
big
of it.
battle.
If it's a Dave Filoni episode, then
Yeah.
he's
I
gonna.
trust Dave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, his first episode of the Mandalorian wasn't that great, but otherwise,
Which one is that?
I think that was the one with the bad actor.
Oh,
I mean, there's been a couple in these shows, honestly, but you don't watch Star Wars for the acting. But what's his name?
a long time ago.
Diet Han Solo,
And
whatever his
Galaxy
name
far,
was.
far away.
I think that was the episode he did. But yeah. So anyways, I'm excited. Finally, like really excited to see what happens, and hopefully we'll get back next week and talk about it. Especially if it's something big, we're definitely gonna talk about it. Like I said, hey guys, we gotta make this one work because it's been a while, and this is a good one to talk about. So, I think with that said, y'all stay safe, and may the Force be with you.